What's going on, guys and gals? This is TJRSim playing some F1 2115. 2115? No, 2015. I am ahead of the curve there with 2115. Okay, so this game is actually is pretty fun and also pretty frustrating at the same time. I gotta show you what I mean. Randomly, it just seems to do it randomly, but when I go to try to just jump straight into a game and stuff, it doesn't remember my wheel settings. So you always got to go over here to my F1 and go to your settings, customize controls, driving controls, and right now the input device is custom, which is what I want. However, it does have this really cool preset up of recognizing my wheel, Clubsport wheelbase version 1. The wheel I wanted to use, F1, or you do BMGT or Universal Hub, which is pretty cool. However, once you start looking at the below, accelerate and brake and all that, they're not mapped correctly. Steer left, steer right, actually X is X minus and X plus, I believe is right. Let me go to my custom and see. Nope, it's, yeah, X is actually X minus and X plus, that's right, but it's actually reversed on screen when you go into racing if you use the default setup for some reason. And gas, oops, let me go back to there. Gas is should be rotate X minus and rotate Y minus. On this one it is, you see rotate Z minus for brake and axis Y minus for accelerate. So it's not mapped correctly, so I can't really use these presets at all. But normally whenever you shut down Steam and come back into Steam, or you do a reboot of your computer, I always have to go back through and select my custom. And I can't just pick custom, I actually have to go in and say create, hit X, and create custom, and I'll usually just pick one and select it, and then it's fine. So anyway, it's just wacky stuff, but other than that, for the menu system, it's pretty straightforward. It does seem to remember my force feedback, and I'll go ahead and show them to you real quick. I do 100 on both and 75 on wheel weight. That's what I like for my wheel. Your mileage will vary depending on what you like to feel. Advanced wheel settings, zeroed out for everything. Let's see what else we got. Graphic settings, if you're curious, my video mode is right there. I bumped up the no VSync, full screen's off right now. I'm just in window view. And see, anti-aliasing, SMAA plus CAAN. The anisotropic filtering defaulted at I think 4. I'm sorry. I bumped it to 16. I'll just cancel because I already have it set. Okay, discard changes. See if it stayed. Yep. And then advanced setup for the video mode. You can see I got everything on ultra. Everything that can go ultra I have on ultra. So it still runs 60 plus frames per second, even in the rain, even with fraps. So pretty remarkable. I'm usually running between 80 to 100 without the rain. Now I do run into some problems, and that is periodically my game will drop to about 3 frames per second, making it unplayable, which is pretty damn disappointing. But let's just do a quick race real quick. I'm not going to continue quick race, and I'll tell you why. I had to restart this game a couple times already because it was reverting back to the default controller setup. So I notice when I go into continue quick race, it remembers the old setup. So it's nice that you can actually resume a quick race, but if you didn't start off having everything set up correctly, don't do it. Alright, so We'll just start a new one here. Where do we want? Austria.
The Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria. This short circuit near the Styrian Mountains may only have 9 turns, but big elevation changes will keep drivers on their toes as the track falls away from them mid-corner.
Looks interesting. Let's try it out. We'll go with Red Bull. And I haven't noticed a huge difference in the cars. You know, some of the cars are a little bit slower than others, but the Red Bull car seems good. The Williams car seems to fit my turn-in style. So anyway, I'm gonna leave everything off. We'll go race settings. I got on Legend, flashbacks and all that on. I don't really use them anyway. Assist. Now assist, I'm leaving the analog brakes on, traction control medium, everything else off. And the reason I'm doing that is I tried it with everything off, just like a true F1 car would be. You check out my blog, TJRSim.com. I noted on there some issues with it. It's a huge dead zone on the throttle and brake, and it seems like it's kind of all or nothing. So it's really easy to lock up the tires as well as start spinning up the tires. You can hardly modulate it, so it's kind of an issue. And I've did a little bit of research and found that other people were having some of the same issues with the Fanatec pedals. So not sure what's going on there, but until that gets resolved, I will go ahead and use a little bit of assist so I can actually play the game.
As the drivers complete their final preparations ahead of lights out.
Red Bull owns this track, huh?
For today's race, while the cars make their final preparations.
So they fixed that. This guy standing in front of me was like jittery like crazy yesterday, just last night playing, so I guess they had an update. Note the Y car setup. Once you figure out what your Y is on your thing, whatever you do in practice and qualifying and stuff, whatever you set your settings are, you save them and then you can come here and load them up if you want to. There's no change your settings though in a quick race right here. I haven't tried the championship mode. I was waiting to do that with y'all. So anyway, let's try this out. All right, looks like it's working now. They don't have track IR. I don't know why. The racing game does not have track IR. Some of these guys are just assholes. Just run into you. Once it seems to get separated out a little bit, it's not too bad. Once you go to the back of the pack and it's clear. I have not been on this track yet, so bear with me. Man, this thing wraps through the RPMs like super fast. Pretty much just banging gears. Whoa! Graphics wise, I mean, I'm still running 60 on Fraps, which Fraps I have locked at 60 frames per second. And runs very smooth. It's a very pretty game. This game has been getting a little bit of bad raps lately, and a lot of people complaining about it, and I can see why, because I'm one of them complaining a little bit about it. But all in all, the game's gorgeous. I mean, graphics wise, there's really nothing to complain about. It may not look quite as candy-like as Project Cars, but it sure does look good. Force feedback is pretty dang good. I mean, right when you're in the grass like that, you feel those rumbles in the grass. You feel the wheel get light, you know, right here. Off center, it's pretty light, and then starts to get heavy right there on turn in, and then vibrations. So it's light again. You try to really turn it in, and it gets heavy. So, you know, like you're pushing a tire. It's pretty good. As long as you got the wheel weight up. I am sucking on this game. And it's really hard to use these menu systems and drive at, you know, 100 plus miles an hour. And shift as quick as this thing bangs through the gears. If you have the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version using the cameras or connects, you can actually push this radio and speak into it. It's not speakable on the PC version, but it is usable. But it's a little difficult. You got to hold this down, somehow still grab gears, and then we're out to fuel. We're out to fuel. Anyway, you hold down the button, keep it held down, and then toggle your thumbstick down, and then when you get the selection you want, you toggle to the right on your thumbstick, and then it tells you what it tells you. Which is, it's fine, but holy crap, that's a lot going on in the game. And you're trying to, I mean, as quick as you can bang gears, you're banging gears. It's only 3 laps. I did horrible at it, but mainly this video is just kind of talk about some of the issues I was having on it. And see the tires pop in and out there. That's a little bit of graphic issues. Here's some more graphic issues. Just jittery camera fading in and out. So yeah, it's not perfected yet.
And a win for Lewis Hamilton. The British driver was the class of the field today and fully
It'll
deserves
get
his
there, I'm
victory.
sure. And honestly, okay, there's replay's pretty good here. I do like the replay. Turn that off just so we can see. Guys, see, I got knocked into me. Now I was gonna be a butthole and run into everybody. Get out of my way! Coming through. These long ass cars. Anyway, replays are actually pretty decent on this game. You can toggle through and go up to different drivers, see how they're doing, toggle the cameras on them. I do like the exhaust shimmer back there, the heat of the exhaust, heat waves rather. That does look pretty badass. And you know, running 60 frames per second and all that looks, you know, or plus looks, you know, really fluid. It has a little bit of a cartoonish, maybe it's just me, but a little bit of a cartoonish coloring to it. Not a whole lot, but just a tad, it seems like. Not quite, I'm trying to think of, like not quite as much as like Riza's is, GameStop car, but yeah, it has a little bit of one. The nighttime driving on this is beautiful, the rain's beautiful, all does good. And actually the rain's pretty manageable to drive in, it's not too bad. And I let it play through. Let you watch the action. That's a pretty nice camera angle right there too. So yeah, replay modes usually work pretty well. You can use them to record and see your awesome race afterwards. Pretty fun. You know, you see all the tire marks. What else can I say about this game? Heat waves are good. Oh, the camera shakes sometimes when the cars go flying past the camera. It's got this good camera shake. It has a really good TV broadcasting nature to this game. Really makes you feel like you're watching an F1 race, you know. And when you're playing it in the champion season, the same way. Now there isn't a career mode in here, but there is a champion season, which really kind of works like a career mode. And then there's this pro season that works with all the assist off, which would be unplayable for me at this time, considering the amount of dead zone on the throttles and stuff. Throttle and brake, but the rest of it is fine. I'll go through the champion season, and a lot of people are listening as career. It really kind of is like a career mode. Gives you the whole TV broadcasting nature about it, which is actually real engaging, so a lot more fun that way. This music isn't too bad. It's a little bit of a techno type music on the game replay, but it's not horrible. I haven't seen any pop ins and out of the cars on this replay like I have in others, so that's good. It's getting a little bit more stabilized, I think. And maybe having some updates and stuff. Maybe that I just updated my my AMD driver too to the latest. Just came out today, so. Although it didn't point out this one, it pointed out the update for Project Cars. So, yeah, well. Anyway, let me know what you think about F1 2015, what your struggles are with it. To me, it's pretty damn fun as long as it's working, but it is also frustrating to get going right off the bat. Learning, of course, you know, where all the buttons do what is a little bit cumbersome. You know, there's no instructions of how to do anything. But other than that, it's, you know, once you get used to where all the controls are, you know, what button does what, then it's not too bad, and you can just concentrate on having fun in the game. So, alright, well, that's a look at F1, my second look at F1 2115. Not 2115, 2015. Jeez. Anyway, hit me up in the comments if you got any questions. Let me know what your frustrations are, what you like about this game. It's kind of more of a simcade. It's not a true sim, which I don't believe Codemasters really goes for a true sim on their F1 titles. But they are getting a little closer to it. And this one definitely actually drives better than 2014, I think, and it looks better than 2014 as well. So, alright, we'll catch you next time. I'm out.